Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to tell you about Plaato Keg, which is a keg management system basically. It's just a little scale that you throw your kegs on and you get so much data from it. If you want to check these out, you can check the description below. I've got a 10% discount code on the Plaato Keg, and you can use the code FLORA10 on their website, Plaato, Plaato.io. This thing is super cool. I especially love it because you can determine how much beer is left in your keg, or if someone's pulling beers when you're not home from anywhere. It runs on your wireless network, and there's an app that you can basically just pull open, see how much beer is being poured, how much beer is left, and it's super simple and amazing. And it's all outside of the keg. So this is basically just a scale that hooks up wirelessly to your network. You can also use them to determine how much CO2 you have left. When I'm canning, I always run into one of two issues. Either A, I have no CO2 left. It always happens that way, doesn't it? Like, how can you run a kegerator full of CO2 for months, and then the moment you want to can something, it's empty? Anyway, and it's always on like a weekend when none of the welding supply stores are open. I digress. The other problem I run into is I'll be like, oh, there's gotta be like a 6-pack left in that keg. And then you set up your whole canning rig and get it all ready, all sanitized, everything. You got your cans sanitized, whatever. You hook up the keg, there's one beer left in it because your husband's just been drinking all of your beer. So I'm super excited to get myself set up with this. I have 2 of these, but I'm only gonna hook up one today, and I'll show you guys like kind of how it works and what the user interface looks like on your phone and how to set up the phone app. I'm just like super excited for this product. It actually won some Red Dot Awards in 2020, the Industrial Design Award and the Smart Design Award, which is really cool. It's really awesome that like a beer company won that for an innovation. And I know there's a ton of innovation happening in the beer world all the time, but it's nice that us homebrewers finally get to use some award-winning products. Okay, so the unboxing. So this is all that it is. It's waterproof. It's got a little magnet power cord that just hooks into a USB, just like your phone, whatever. And it's super easy to set up. You know, the only problem that I ran into, I was talking through the install with my husband, and I realized that this power cord, though it is very tiny, and I know it'll fit in my kegerator up north, but this kegerator has a really small hole for the CO2 line. So what I did was basically create an extension cord, and I'll show you guys that once we get to that point. So even if you think that this can't fit in your kegerator, I promise you it can. The hole in my kegerator is like maybe a 1/4 inch. I can barely fit CO2 lines in it, and I figured it out. So I'll show you guys what I did. So admittedly, my kegerator's a little messy. I did clean it for you guys. Nah, I cleaned it because it was disgusting when I got back from Washington. Anyway, so this is what I'm talking about with the extension cord. This is just lamp cord, and this little contraption is a thing called an add-a-tap, and I'll try to find a link below. My husband works in the TV industry, so we have a lot of like weird stuff like this. And basically, it has a female that you attach to the lamp cord, and it just like kind of clips on, and then the male is the same way. It's very easy. I walked through it on the phone. If you think that I can learn through the phone how to do it, I promise you can do it. Okay, so you just attach your little USB brick, and then this will pull out, and it just sits on the bottom of your kegerator. You have this yellow cord. Obviously, it just plugs in like so, as everything else does. I may wrap this with some electrical tape just to be safe, because In theory, like the cord should feed through the back, and you don't want water in your connections. That's why this one's taped to hell and back. Okay, so now it is time to set it up on the phone. So I'm just going to my Plaato app, clicking add new device, going to my 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection. That's really important. Got to make sure it's in setup mode. So when it's got 3 lights blinking, which it does, that means it's in setup mode. All right, so I'm clicking ready. Gotta make sure we're all set up. Oh my God, I wonder if it'll send you push notifications if someone's drinking your beer. All right, so you're gonna wanna connect to the Plaato on the Wi-Fi. And hit already connected. All right, allow it. All right, so now it's connected. Plaato Keg number 1 is what I'm gonna put since I have another one. Finish. All right, so now we see that there is 0 beer left, obviously because it's not there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my amber ale on now. I think I only pulled like 5 beers out of it already. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my 6.5%. And, oh, I gotta change my settings to US. Plaato is actually based in Norway, so the defaults are metric, but obviously you can just change to US. Keg mode, you can choose beer or CO2. You can choose your scale sensitivity. I'm gonna do high. Push notifications, pour on, pour off. Wait, pour on. I don't know what liquid on means, but I'm gonna click it, nearly empty on. I'm just gonna turn them all on. Minimum temperature 32, maximum temperature 86. Oh, so this is kind of a way you can also determine if your beer is cold enough to can. When you can carbonated beer, you need it to be really cold so it doesn't foam. So this is awesome to have. And it's 88.47 degrees Fahrenheit in my kegerator because it's been off forever. Obviously, this isn't going to be perfect to tell like how cold it is inside, but it's better than just like the ambient temperature of your kegerator. Okay, so beer is what we're going to do. Raw weight volume. Let's do volume, I guess. You can also measure like grain on here, all kinds of stuff. You can use it just as a scale. It's kind of cool. Okay, so keg setup. 0 device without weight on, tare, okay. Set empty keg weight. I have Pepsi style kegs. So I'm just Googling that. Empty keg weight of a corny keg is 10.5 pounds. We're just gonna go with 10 pounds. Okay, so I think we can just put it on now. Man, looks like I kegged half of this shit. Okay, so it looks like I've got 2.68 gallons left. So I'm monitoring. I can set it what it is. Amber. Don't know when I kegged it. So this is like not cold, but I'm gonna hook it up anyway to show you how it monitors. Okay. Let's see how it does being poured. Oh my gosh, it's so accurate. Okay, so this is an 8-ounce jar, so it just told me that 6.9 ounces were poured, which totally makes sense. Oh my gosh, that's so fucking cool. Wow. Guys, this thing is awesome. I love data. All right, I'm going to show you guys how to connect your Brewfather to your Plaato Keg. So you just ask them for an auth token, and they will email it back to you very quickly. And then you just have to go into your Brewfather, into your settings, make sure your Plaato Keg is on, and then go to Devices, Configure, Add Plaato Keg, paste your auth key. Done, save, and ta-da, it's so fast. It doesn't really connect to a specific beer, but you can monitor from 2 places now. Well, I hope you guys like this. I'm like kind of obsessed. One of my goals in life is to just kind of automate things in general and make things easier to do. So having something that is taking a lot of the guesswork out of brewing is like right up my alley. And I feel like a lot of you guys will feel the same. One thing that comes to mind about why this would be so helpful is my neighbor up north has a keezer that you literally have to lift the kegs into. So knowing how much you have left and not having to like lift it like hunched over, that's a recipe to destroy your back. We don't need to do that. We're all getting old. Well, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Again, if you guys want links to this Plaato stuff and links to my little extension cord experiment, check out the description. I'll see you guys next time.